Live at the New York Athletic Club Elite 11 dinner, talking to former Syracuse standout wide receiver, New York Jet and Philadelphia Eagle, Rob Carpenter. Rob, what does this event mean to you, and more importantly, high school football within the state of New York?
Well, high school football around New York is not thought of as a big thing. In my day, when I was coming through high school, we all knew that basketball was a big thing around New York. But I think when I got to Syracuse, myself and my running buddy Rob Moore, we were trying to get things started in New York a lot more and get people aware that there actually is football players around New York that actually can play well, and just like the rest of the big boys around the country.
You were a standout at Syracuse, a big-time receiver in the NFL. What's the piece of advice you can give young athletes today making the transition from high school to college, and more importantly, college to the NFL?
Work. It takes a lot of work. That's the biggest thing, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. That was my biggest driving force when I was coming through, even coming through high school. The accolades that I got when I was in high school, a lot of teachers actually told me that football wasn't my thing. I wouldn't make it as far as I did, basically to the NFL. And I look back on that and I actually put it like a little chip on my shoulder to say, you know what, I think if I work at doing what I want to do, I can make it. And that's basically what I would tell every kid coming through right now. Put in the work and the accolades and everything else will come.
You look at Syracuse last year with new head coach Dino Babers, 4-8 overall, but a wide open offensive attack. What do you expect out of the Syracuse Orange this year in 2017, and more importantly, out of the quarterback position with Eric Dungy?
A lot of improvement. I think it's there. I think the program is moving in the right direction again. 4-8 last year, but there was a lot of things, a lot of positive things that took place on the field. And I think with the model we have up there right now, we are new fast. So I think everything is moving in a direction to where I'm not going to say it's going to get back, right away to where things were back in the 80s and 90s, but it looks like things are progressing in the right area.
You look at Syracuse in the ACC, former Big East member. What do you think about that move? I mean, New York guy. Do you see Syracuse in the ACC, or more importantly, do you think that they should be a Big East member like back in the day?
Well, I'm biased, so of course I'm a Big East guy. But, honestly, it's still hard for me to say. And I still speak to a lot of my old Syracuse buddies, football and basketball-wise, and we all still say the same thing. We'll end up saying something about the Big East rather than it being the ACC. But, that's life in college football or college sports in general right now. So, with the ACC, I think there's a lot of opportunity for recruiting, especially with Syracuse. So I think that's the thing that actually is going to help the program out a lot.
Making the transition to the NFL, you two former teams, the New York Jets and Philadelphia Eagles, disappointing season under Todd Bowles. What can we expect out of the New York Jets in 2017, and more importantly, out of the wide receivers this year?
Wide receiver groups look pretty good, to be honest with you. Even though Marshall's not here anymore, Decker should be back. A lot of young guys, a lot of young talent on that team. And the way things are progressing right now, everybody knows the quarterback position is the biggest position in the NFL or in football in general. And hopefully, if they don't actually go out and draft one in the next couple of weeks, one of the young guys can actually step up, and show a lot of improvement. I think that's going to be the biggest key, and everybody knows that's the biggest key around football. But otherwise, there's a lot of talent on that team, and we're looking for a much better season. Even though there's going to be a young quarterback playing, looking for a much better season as far as improvement goes with the team. Young quarterback, we know, is going to be a lot of growing pains, so I'm not looking for a playoff run or anything like that. Just hoping that whoever it is, whether it's a Hackenberg, whether it's Petty, or somebody they draft, even McCown being there, he's going to be a veteran that actually is going to help the young guys along. But hopefully whoever it is takes the reins and just improves every week, and that's basically what you're going to be looking for.
You mentioned your former team, Philadelphia. They have a quarterback solidified with Carson Wentz. Any thoughts about his performance in 2016?
The way he started, I think there was a lot of expectations upon his shoulders to finish the season the way he started. You don't really see that with a lot of rookie quarterbacks, especially when they start from day one. Everybody knows there's going to be growing pains, but for him, he has that 1 year under his belt already, and he improved a lot during the season. Even though he had his growing pains, he improved a lot during the season. So with them, it's going to be looking forward to them to move right into the thick of things in the NFC East.
Great insight from former standout wide receiver Rob Carpenter.